What's up, guys? I'm LQ. This is the LQ Review. Thank you so much for being here at my YouTube channel. This is where we talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff we love to talk about, including movies, video games, comic books, TV shows. If it's nerdy, if it's geeky, I like to talk about it here. And I want to talk about right now, Episode 9 of Survivor Winners at War. And, this season has been a season that I've talked about a lot. It's been entertaining because I've been spending time with old friends. But it hasn't been game-shattering gameplay, right? It hasn't been earth-shattering gameplay. It's been a very safe game. It was, for half the game, it was let's get rid of all the old school players. Whether they want to admit that or not, that's what it was let's get rid of the old school players. And now here we are. The old school players are all gone except for Tyson, and he was gone, but he's back in. The old school players are all gone, and it's new schoolers. And I was really hoping this would be the point where it gets interesting, because this is the point where they're going to turn on each other, and the merge has happened. And this was a very entertaining episode. Very entertaining. It was still a very safe episode as far as who the vote went to. Last episode it went to Wendell, and I was thinking, all right, things are going to get crazy now. Because Wendell was well-liked by a portion of people in this game. So I'm thinking, all right, it's going to get interesting. They're going to really start backstabbing people now. And what happens? They vote out Adam, who is probably the single most likely target out of everybody from the moment that they merged. So here we are. We got another safe vote. It's another safe vote. It was a really entertaining safe vote. You had people, before Tribal Council, spending all that time trying to decide who it was going to be. It was going to be Adam. It was going to be Adam the whole time, but they were playing the game. They were playing the game. They weren't wanting to show their cards, even though I believe everybody knew it was going to be Adam. I believe that. But nobody wanted to show their hand. So they kept on playing this game of will I or won't I, as far as Adam was concerned. Let's talk about first of all, let's talk about Edge of Extinction. Edge of Extinction, I love the idea that Parvati has a victory. Parvati's my second favorite player in the history of Survivor, behind Rob. And I love that she had a victory. And it was a small victory. And Parvati being the classic old school player she is. And, those old school players, they are used to sharing information. And because sharing information builds your alliance. There's no real need for alliances at the Edge of Extinction unless you get back in the game. So Parvati didn't really need to share that information with everybody. But what'd she do? She bought food, probably peanut butter, for everybody. And now everybody's pigging out on peanut butter. What that does do, though, if by chance Parvati does get back in the game. By the way, she has 4 fire tokens now. If by chance she gets back into the game, she is now made friends with everybody who is currently on the edge. And that's a good thing and bad thing about the Edge of Extinction. Good thing, it does add another layer of gameplay. Bad thing, you can be out of the game for half the game or more, and you can still win because you made friends with people on the edge. So, I don't know. I'm really glad they brought back the Edge for this season because we get to spend more time with characters that we love. But I don't want it back every season because it does take something away from Survivor. All right. So now we've talked about the Edge and Parvati sharing with everybody like a good old school player does. Let's talk about the reward challenge. Sarah gave up her reward. Maybe she just didn't like Chinese food. We don't know. No, Sarah was playing the game. She was trying to make friends. Really, this is what it was about. I mean, we have a situation here where the gameplay is very fluid. Yeah, so far, virtually every vote off has been a predictable, easy-to-make vote. Eventually, there's going to have to be some hard decisions made. And I think that she was trying to make sure that she wasn't going to be on the blind side of a hard decision. And I also think that Nick is destined for the jury, and she was thinking maybe this will give her some favor with Nick as well. So it was obviously a strategic move. Probably not a great one, though. Probably not a great one. Like Jeremy said, this puts a target on her back. This shows everybody in the game just how hard she's playing. Because she's playing so hard, she gave up a big food reward for somebody else. And that's playing hard. So I think it's going to hurt her in the long run more than anything. Might even get her voted out. All right. Immunity challenge. Classic immunity challenge. One that we've seen lots of times. And I told my wife at the start of it, I said, watch. A girl's going to win this one. If it's not Tyson, it's 110% going to be a girl. Because girls tend to be lighter. They tend to have smaller feet. They tend to be able to handle something like that better than a guy. Usually. There's exceptions. Ozzy's an exception. Tyson has been an exception in challenges like this before. But I told my wife, I said, watch, a girl's going to win this. And I was right. Kim won it. And she won it pretty... But it wasn't... The final two wasn't her and a girl. It was her and Ben. So, maybe my theory is just garbage. But Kim wins, and Kim is playing a really under the radar game. We haven't really, we've seen a lot of Kim, but we haven't seen a lot of gameplay from Kim. But now here she is. She's doing well in challenges. I think she's going to start to climb up people's radar a little bit. People are going to start noticing her. Who I think is playing the best game? And is my hope to win it now, unless Rob or Parvati or one of my favorite players can get back in, is Tony. Tony's playing a great game. And I've never seen him so... I guess it's not true. I mean, he was very spatially aware in Cagayan as well. He had a talent in Cagayan, just like he does in this season, of reading the room, understanding what's happening, and being able to change his behavior based on what's happening around him. He hasn't gotten a single vote yet. Not only has Tony not gotten a single vote, and he's a huge threat in this game, and he's also a big name. He's a big Survivor name. So not only has he not gotten a vote, nobody's even talking about him. That just shows you how smart of a game he's playing and how much he's kind of gotten in with all these people. So Tony's my pick to win at this point. At this point right now, episode 9, Tony's my pick to win. And I think he's gonna. Somebody else is playing a good game, though, who I hope doesn't win. She's one of my least favorite players of all time, is Michelle. I'm just not a fan of hers. I don't think she deserved her win. I don't think she deserves to be here on this island. And quite frankly, I don't think she's playing that good of a game. She's just gotten lucky so far. She's gotten lucky. And she just spent 4 fire tokens on 50-50 immunity. I think she's just riding a streak of luck right now. All right, so we're back to Tribal Council. Back to our boy Adam. I am not an Adam fan this season. He is not somebody that I wanted to go far. He is not somebody that I wanted to win. In fact, he's partially responsible for getting Rob voted out. I wanted him out of this game yesterday. I'm not a fan of his this season. But boy, was I hoping that was an immunity idol. I was like, imagine how good a TV that would be, how entertaining that would be, how everybody's mouths would just drop. I didn't care who had to be sacrificed for that to be true, as long as it wasn't Tony. I didn't care who was going to be sacrificed. If it was Sophie or whoever it might have been, or Sarah, whoever it might have been that he would have thrown a vote at. I'm pretty sure he voted for Sarah. It would have been worth it. It would have been worth it to see that happen. That would have been amazing. That would have been so much fun. But no, it wasn't. But I love how Jeff kind of egged him on a little bit. Jeff knew that this was gold. He knew it was gold. And he was like, all right, I got to play with this a little bit more. And he let him play the podium. My only regret in this episode is that Jeff did not pick up the podium and throw it in the fire, because that's what you do with fake idols, is you put them in the fire. He did not put the podium in the fire, which is too bad. But you know what? I got to give it to Adam. You really got to hand it to Adam, though. You know, I've read people online say that's one of the dumbest moves ever. That goes down in Survivor as one of the worst moves ever. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. He was going home regardless. I give him credit for trying. I give him credit for thinking outside the box and trying. And guess what? It didn't work. But imagine if it did. And this is different than the JT move or the Eric move or anything like that, because their move caused them to go home. JT giving Russell the idol. Eric giving up the idol in Micronesia. You know, James not playing his hidden immunity idol. These are things that are the reason that they went home. Adam was going home regardless. He was thinking outside the box and trying to make something happen for him. He was playing, and I respect that. I respect players. I'm not a fan of his this season. I'm glad that he's out of the game, but I respect the fact that he was playing hard and that he thought about that. So I don't know. This was, again, a very entertaining season of Survivor Winners at War. Very entertaining. I was entertained for the whole hour. Nothing groundbreaking as far as gameplay, though. Still a pretty standard run-of-the-mill season. So, just how I see it. What did you think of Episode 9? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I appreciate you joining me here, where we talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff we love to talk about. And until next time, we'll see you later.